The January 11th new moon sparks the energy of the first portal activation in 2024. The 111 angel number starts radiating its magical properties by awakening your attention to the progress of your spiritual journey. So, anytime that a number is tripled, it is a message from the higher realms to be alert and aware of what you desire to manifest. Align yourself with the most positive of intentions. Feel the reward of succeeding in your efforts and let the thought go, just knowing that it will come to fruition. Hello and welcome. I'm Sara Bachmeier, the author of Egyptian Numerology, Emergence into the Fifth Dimension, and The Path of a Wounded Healer. Liberation is for the asking. As you release more of the energy that keeps you small and limited, which includes changing old ways of doing things and ending outdated thinking patterns, you invite movement and clarity toward your life purpose. This process graciously opens the door for you to walk your path in new directions. And this decision of letting go of old feelings of unworthiness and lack that were once based on external validation. So welcome and embrace this 111 paradigm shift and activation because it signals the time for a new upgrade as you prepare to clear and raise your vibration to explore new codes of consciousness. Because of the evolving ascension code timelines, many of us are experiencing or in the process of experiencing loss, change, and deep interpersonal transformation. We are being asked to align with the universal truth and law of impermanence, which states that nothing in this world lasts forever. This means that the good times will eventually end and the bad times will eventually perish as well. And the only constant in the 3D world is change, movement, and transformation. You are evolving in this everlasting journey of the ascension process. What no longer resonates with your vibration will merge out of your life gracefully or by force. We all know what both of those entail. Clinging to the old will only invite more suffering and prolonged discomfort. How to move forward is unique to every individual, but the necessity, should I say, of staying fluid is common for everyone on a spiritual journey. And unfortunately, there's no easy fix for the grieving process that must be allowed to flow like a river of emotions through you. You must honor the uncomfortable feelings that your attachment to people, places, events, and circumstances has formed, and start appreciating the process of really living life through your heart body. The Buddhist word for this is called unattached appreciation. So, yes, appreciate that you are human and you are becoming a light body. Heal the feelings of, or any feelings of humiliation, rejection, betrayal, and abandonment. Feel the fear and choose faith, even if you don't understand the process of the universe. Trust that you are always being guided, supported, and loved. The dark night of the soul happens just before enlightenment or receiving a revelation, when everything is lost and seems dark. And this can look like a major depressive episode and maybe even a life-shattering time in your life. Going through the dark night of the soul has you living in your shadow, and it feels like the lowest soul adventure known to our human experience. It becomes a process of withdrawing from the world and maybe even the people around you. It shatters your belief system and sends you basically into a tailspin of identity crisis, where everything that you once believed in, everything that held your world in place, is now in question because you have adopted and claimed a different perspective than what you had going on in the past. To some who are unaware of this cycle, you may not realize that you will eventually come out of this darkness. It is just a stage that one must go through to become truly enlightened. During this time is where evolving individuals do shadow work, which uncovers a lot of unhealed trauma and painful aspects of oneself. When approaching the shadow work, it is important to realize that everything is not meant to be love and light 24/7. Having this expectation of the healing journey will only set you up for massive disappointment because much of the dark night journey involves exploring and coming to terms with some of the deepest and darkest parts of yourself. Learn how to balance your shadow self with love and source light. This is the path to truly maximize the healing journey. Being too far on either side can be discerning, and it can even prevent you from doing the necessary work to connect to your highest good. So don't be afraid of the dark. Embrace and understand it. To be enlightened, you must respect the illusion. Real shadow work does not leave you intact and feeling whole and complete. It is not a precise, neat, and tidy process, but rather an inherently messy one. The course of development has you recognize the pain and dismantle aspects of your personality that no longer serve you. And this will leave you feeling disconnected from source light for a while as your ego identity is in crisis mode. You will stay in this state of disorientation until the pain of staying stuck becomes greater and stronger than your fear of change. And you are willing to surrender and rebuild from a place of self love, experience, and wisdom. It's quite a process. The pain it brings up for you is the agony that you've been fleeing from most of your life. The psycho-emotional breakdown is the catalyst and precursor to huge and relevant breakthroughs. This is the door of self-exploration and a window to look out of and see what you've been shown year after year from your intuition that is just waiting to be conquered. Always attempt shadow work from where you are and on the level that you are currently on. You don't want to skip the necessary steps of integration. So let's just review some of these steps. The 5 stages to enlightenment. You want to recognize, dismantle, disorientate, surrender, and then rebuild. This is the process that builds a bridge from density to enlightenment. It requires a deep level of self-love, forgiveness, compassion, and freedom from judgment. And one day soon, with the benefit of retrospect, this will all make sense to you. You will have your moment of clarity that answers all those questions, like why you had to go on that emotional detour, why you were stuck in it maybe for years, why you have to generate self-love, why it felt like you were getting prepared for something substantial, why you had to heal before it all revealed itself, and why it hurt, and why your sadness overwhelmed you. All of this will mean something, trust me. This spiritual journey makes up the tapestry of your life. Trust that even when it feels dark and uncertain, you are being led somewhere. Trust that you are being primed for magic, for synchronicity, for it all to one day come together so you can have that aha moment and say, oh, that's why. Trust in divine order. If you feel lost, that means you're going somewhere new. We must heal to reach our bigger dreams. We must prepare a void to become the person who holds more exciting opportunities. Trust that it's all leading you there. Let go of strict plans and expectations, but never give up on your vision. Integrate and rise above the duality of third dimensional illusion between light and dark. Bring them both together and forge a bridge to the higher realms. So this concludes our video. I hope this information resonates with you. If you like what you heard, please let me know by liking, sharing, commenting, and even subscribing to Egyptian Numerology. You can learn more on my website at www.egyptiannumerology.org. And please join our community Facebook group. The links, you can find them below. So have a wonderful 2024 with this first portal activation 111. Namaste and blessings.